today I have something really exciting for you. I was lucky enough to chat with the extremely talented Taryn Manning, who you may know from a lot of things. One of my favorite movies growing up was Crossroads, which she starred in alongside Britney Spears. I watched this movie on repeat when I was younger, so I was very excited to get the chance to chat with Taryn. Now, she stars in this new movie called Karen, which comes out September 3rd, where she plays Karen, who is also a Karen. She's extremely racist, and this African-American couple moves in next door to her, and she immediately starts tormenting them. And she wants them to leave her neighborhood, and they are not leaving without a fight. Now, something I will say about this movie is it is very much a thriller, but it's really important to watch, too. I mean, it has this very important underlying message, and not even really underlying, there's an important message in it, right? And it's just one of those movies where it's hard to watch but important to watch. Like, there are parts where I was like, oh my god, this is like almost uncomfortable to watch, but it's actually really, really good, especially in the end. It definitely gets its point across. The end made me tear up just a little bit because it was like super intense and there's a lot going on, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I think Taryn is wonderful in it as Karen. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview with her. If this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, trailer reactions, movie reviews, and celebrity interviews. Okay, let's talk to Taryn. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Thanks for taking the time today. I super appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thank you. How's your day?
Oh my gosh, I just watched Karen this morning. Okay. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, it's so hard to describe it as like it's cringeworthy, but like worth watching. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to watch at times because you have such a good performance in this. Can you talk about like what made you want to do this movie?
Well, thank you so much. I know Coke would be pleased to hear that. But yeah, it's very, you know, it's definitely very one way. There's the Karen and then there's the victims, you know, and it's just like she's after him, and you know, they fight back and they try their best and everything. And the reason why I guess I wanted to do it, I was offered the part, and Coke just had his eyes on me, and I was like, I don't know about all this. And he just was like, but you're the only actress I've ever wanted for it. I'm like, why though? Like, why? Because only you know how to play like that. And I'm like, but why do you think that? And then as you know, the pandemic went on and these situations flared up more and more and more, I felt sort of a social responsibility, you know, because a lot of my friends around me were going through so much and just, you know, losing so many people carelessly and police brutality. I just felt like, you know, this is the kind of person that their behavior can really affect people's lives terribly. So
yeah, well, like I said, you do a great job. You're one of those people like I hate you so much in this movie, you know, which is like, but I do adore you and other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I know she's nice, but like I hate her in this. So like, how do you get yourself into that mindset to just be like kind of awful?
Right. Well, I mean, it's just a character for me. I mean, I know I know that a Karen prototype is out there, and I took the time to study every single YouTube video and every snitch and entitled jerk I've ever seen around me. But I just go so far out of Taryn that, I mean, it's like escapism, you know, it's acting and it's creating a character. There's really no part of me in it. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even remember what I do on action. The director will be like, do that again. And I'm like, what did I do? Because I'm so lost, you know, in the character that I can't comprehend as Taryn what I did. You know, it's like, you know, I'm just her, and I don't judge my characters, because why would I play a character I judge? I mean, I don't like her, but that was the point. I have to play an unlikable person because we're making a motion picture. So no, that was the part.
Well, you do so good in this. And I thought the movie was really good. And I was like, wow, like the ending really got me. It was a really powerful ending. I teared up a little. I was like, oh man, this is so I did a little bit. I was like, oh man. So it was like, it's intense. The ending, it gets intense. And but the whole thing is really good. Now, Filming though, you had to film obviously during the pandemic. How does that affect the filming process?
This is so wild. We only had 14 days, which is already crazy. So imagine only 14 days, and then it decided to rain almost the entire time. And I never felt like this in my entire career. There was one scene where I'm like talking to him through his window and he's like smoking the pot.
Yeah.
I was so cold. Like my jaw was just locking up. I was like, I can't talk anymore. You know what I mean? I just wanted to give up, and I'm like, but you can't give up. You just can't. What are they going to do? You're going to walk off set, and then what?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard to cram in all that in 14 days. It's stressful. After that movie, I felt so tired. I think I slept for like 3 days straight, unwind mentally. Just a terrible, terrible human being, and I just wanted to unravel that off of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she's definitely not a good person. That Karen.
She's not, but the thing about her is that she's just maybe she's hurt people hurt, and also sometimes people just need some support and a hug and a friend. I don't know what her problem is, but that's the problem, is that people act this way, and they don't think about the consequences for themselves and for the party involved. It's like it's just this reactionary thing, this like seeing red type of thing that it can be avoided.
Mm-hmm.
It can truly be avoided, if we just have a little bit more patience and education on how to like tame your behavior.
Yeah. So what do you hope people take away from this? Because I think it does give a powerful message at the end of it.
What do you think the message is?
Well, I think it teaches a message of, the whole Black lives do matter. And I like that they're getting that out there. And this is what these people are going through. And I think some people, especially if it's not close to home for them, maybe they don't realize that people are actually going through these things and dealing with racism, like right in their back door, literally. So, right. Yeah.
I mean, so, through this entire process and situation, I realized like what it means to have like white privilege, because I did grow up very humbly. I did grow up Section 8 housing in a mobile home park, and not something, it's already out there. So I've always felt a lot similar, but still it's not similar at all. And basically I learned that I can't really speak on something that I don't truly understand, because I was born in this vessel. It's not totally my fault, but at the same time, I know I can see what they've gone through. I can see what they go through. And again, it's not my place to speak on it, but we're just hoping as a unit that we can, shed light on something that's so active and so predominant and so prevalent in society, and just how inhumane and unfair, it's just unfair to racial profile anyone.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I really hope a lot of people see this when it comes out. And I like I said, I really enjoyed it. And it was one of those hard to watch, but important to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Movies.
It's like sometimes the most, sometimes the hardest things that we're going through are the hardest to watch, but we have to attack them head on. There's a lot of people that aren't happy with me. A lot of white women that aren't happy with me. They said I'm giving, people of color the right to just walk and beat them up in public. And I'm like, well, don't act like that then. The fact that you're attacking me like that, and I rest my case. So you know what I mean? Like, what, you're a Karen coming at me, like, you don't even know me. So it's just like, why are you so offended by it? I mean, do you see a little bit of yourself in this perhaps? So it's just a very interesting subject that should continue to be talked about, and everyone deserves their perspective too. If you open up a whole floor, let's say there's 20 people, I allow everyone to, let's hear, and I think that's what this is. It opens up a conversation.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it opens up a conversation. It's a good conversation starter. And I hope a lot of people see it. I really do. I think you're phenomenal in it. Like I said, it's like, oh, I hate her so much. And that just shows how good you are in this role. Because I know you're not this horrible person. But
I do them all the time, but they're just offers I get, you know, I got to make a living.
Yeah, no, I mean, you do phenomenal in it. You're so good. That's what I say. Like, you can tell you're not that person, so don't worry. But like, you know, it's like, it's so good. But before we go, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time. Seriously, I appreciate it. And real quick, I didn't know if you had any comments on Britney and the whole Free Britney thing.
And I love her. I love her. I mean, that's my friend. And I just, I mean, gosh, I wish all my friends the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, heavy duty stuff there.
I know. I love her. So awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Hey.
Bye-bye. You too. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my interview with her. Again, Karen comes out on September 3rd. You guys don't want to miss it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know your favorite part about this interview. And if you're looking forward to Karen, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Thanks for taking the time to watch it, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.